Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, today's video is your Smackdown, so July 23rd, 2021 review. This is officially my first Smackdown review. I just recently did my Raw one. So here is the Smackdown review, which was a amazing show. And I've never laughed at, wrestling, right? When I watch wrestling, I don't really laugh, right? I know it is entertainment. But these promos and segments were just hilarious. I'm going to go over the whole show, obviously. And obviously, I'm going to touch on some of my key favorite moments. So let's start with the promo. John Cena starts off the Smackdown show. He said how last week on Monday Night Raw was more of a Q&A. Also, he brought up the Firefly Funhouse match. He said, "You're probably wondering, how the hell did I get out of that match?" And then he also mentioned the obvious, Roman Reigns as a champion sucks. And he is here to challenge him. And he obviously challenged Roman Reigns. And he said, well, where is Roman? And Paul Heyman comes out and he said later tonight he will get an answer for his challenge. And that was the opening segment. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor was the first match of the night. Pretty much this was a built-up match from last week when Finn Balor made his return to SmackDown and attacked Sami Zayn for really no reason why they never mentioned. But, obviously Finn Balor won his first match in over 2 years on SmackDown. A really cool spot was right before the commercial break, the first commercial break. They were outside and Sami really gave him a hard punch in the face. You really heard it. And it got Finn pretty good. And like I mentioned, Finn won the match. Then we had a Baron Corbin interview. Kayla says he made a crowdfunding website last week to help his financial woes. So how much money did Baron Corbin make? And Baron Corbin says, well, he's lost money on the adventure. The guy he found on the internet to build a website, he goes to him after Corbin pays him, and then he stole his identity because his credit card is gone. No credit card, nothing. Corbin had to ride the bus to the arena, which smelled like gym socks. And he says to himself and to Kayla, what's happened to him as he walks away? Pretty sad if you're a Baron Corbin. I love this new gimmick, by the way. Whatever Baron Corbin is doing, he is taking his role very serious. This man is growing out his beard. He's not getting a haircut. He is very dedicated to this, and I gotta give my props to Baron Corbin. I've always liked Baron Corbin as a wrestler. He's never been, given the really good character. The last character I liked was the Lone Wolf. Wow, that was a tongue twister. But I always like Baron Corbin. He is probably one of the easiest workers to work with inside the ring. And I know wrestling's scripted, but watching this guy's segments and his promos, you really feel bad for the man. So I really love this character, and Baron Corbin finally has a character that I think everyone really loves. People say Baron Corbin is boring, but I've seen it. A lot of people really like this character, and I'm one of them. And then we had a Big E promo. He pretty much talked about how his Money in the Bank win, saying he will remember that moment forever. And then he got interrupted by Apollo. Apollo came out and he talked to Big E. Obviously, they have a rival. Then Dolph and Bobby came out. And then Rick Booge and Nakamura came out. And Cesaro also came out and said he wants the IC title. Pretty much led to a big brawl. I thought we were getting a tag team match, to be honest, but we never got one. And that was that segment. I don't know what that was really all about, to be honest. I mean, Dolph and Bobby are a tag team, so I don't really understand why they were there, but it's whatever. And then we head over to Miami at the Rolling Loud event. Whale pretty much introduced crowds and the viewers at home to the Rolling Loud event. If you don't know who Whale is, he is the guy that sings Big E's intro, and he actually performed at WrestleMania, if you guys remembered. So the first match was Dawkins versus Chad Gable, which Dawkins won. And then right after that, we had Bianca Belair versus Carmella for the rematch, which Bianca Belair won. And man, Bianca Belair is just amazing in the ring. She could literally do it all. She's athletic, and It's so fun to watch her in the ring. I mean, just the moves she does. And, like, you guys know me. I'm a huge Bianca Belair fan. She's number one on my list. She's just amazing. But the thing is that this crowd was dead. I was very hyped for this week's SmackDown just because of the Rolling Loud events. You know, that didn't make any sense. A different atmosphere, you know? But this crowd was dead. They even had to put in the fake crowd noise, which I hate the fake crowd noise. It just reminds me of the Thunderdome era. But man, this crowd was dead. I'd probably say 98% of the people there did not know who these four people were. They were just there for the rappers, and that was it. They did not care about this, which was pretty disappointing to see. But you know what? What you gonna do? Let's just hope this was a one and done thing. Let's hope this never happens again, or at least do this with people that watch and know wrestling. But you know what? You have to try new things, or else you'll never know. But let's never do this again. So yeah. And then we had a Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox, I think, fixing their tank or something, and Kevin Owens was talking to them. I think, like he said, like, cool tank or something like that. And then Kevin Owens continued walking, and he ran into none other than our happiest man on the earth, Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin wants to apologize to Kevin Owens for the way, you know, he dressed. And KO brings up the past when Corbin used to be a jerk to other people. But then KO, you know, he feels bad and gives him some money. And then that's when Shotzi and Tegan, I think, like, fixed their tank or whatever. And pretty much, I don't know, like, what flew out. I didn't watch NXT, guys. I don't watch NXT, so I don't know what exactly they shoot out. Pretty much it hit Corbin in the kahunas. And then Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode take the money, laugh, run away. And this is a funny segment. Like I said, this SmackDown was filled with funny segments and promos. And speaking of funny promos, let's head into the next part of SmackDown. And then we had an Edge promo. He pretty much talked about how Rollins screwed him over at Money in the Bank. He obviously brings up the past they have in 2014. And then Rollins comes out and just, you know, talks nonsense. I don't know what he was saying, to be honest. Edge says to Rollins, just shut up. Shut up. The way he said it was actually hilarious. I can't really recreate the moment. So like I said, you have to watch all these, like, promos and segments. They were just hilarious. And then Edge says, come to the ring. I won't lay a hand on you. Rollins comes to the ring and he says, it's people like you and Cena that come back whenever you want to and take opportunities. And then probably the best part of the segment was Rollins calls Edge Grandpa Edge. That was actually hilarious. And then Rollins says he hesitated in 2014, but this time he won't hesitate. And wow, what a segment. Funny, serious at the same time. I love this segment so much. And that wasn't even segment of the night. And then we had Toni Storm make her WWE debut, or main roster debut, against Zelina Vega. Obviously, Toni Storm won, and a lot of people are online complaining that, you know, Zelina pretty much returned to WWE to get buried. Well, Zelina Vega isn't really a wrestler. Now, I know that's her position. She is a wrestler, but she's more of a GM. Like, Zelina Vega is very good on the mic. You put her against any other woman on that roster, she will bury you on that mic. Trust me, she did it to Liv Morgan when they were in that feud. Remember their segment they had? Zelina destroyed Liv Morgan on the mic. It's not even close. But, you know, she's making her debut. Obviously, let her win. And I'm pretty sure Zelina's obviously fine with it. So, yeah. Then we had Jimmy Uso versus Dominic Mysterio before the main event, the semi-main event, which Jimmy Uso won. And that's all I have to say about that one, because I want to talk about the main event because it was so damn good. Roman Reigns was the final segment for this SmackDown, and man, oh man, was this probably, you know, it was segment of the night just because of one line he said. So he pretty much said that John Cena puts on the same act over and over again. It's like doing, you know what, every night, which was absolutely hilarious. The crowd was laughing. Paul Heyman was laughing. It it's funny because it's unexpected, right? WWE's PG, right? But it was just hilarious. I was cracking up. This whole like SmackDown segment by segment, promo by promo was just amazing. And I love this segment so much. And we're not even done yet. Cena wants to challenge me. The answer is no. And then Finn Balor music hits. Everyone was obviously expecting John Cena, but Finn Balor music hits and he comes out to the ring and he says, well, since you said no to Cena, I challenge you. And Roman laughed at Balor. He looked at Heyman, like probably saying like, oh, this guy's a joke. The crowd was chanting, Roman scared. Because, Roman wasn't giving an answer. And then Roman looks at Balor and he says he accepts. And they have a face-off. And that is your SmackDown for July 23rd. What an episode. Pretty much the only down point I'd say was obviously the Rolling Loud event. Mainly because the crowd was dead. But other than that, this was an amazing SmackDown. The segments were funny, but serious at the same time. I love this. And tell me what you guys think of the review and the SmackDown. And yeah, peace.